All right, it is now time for Ask the Expert. February is American Heart Month.
And there's no better time to talk about what matters of the heart and the matters of the heart, but on Valentine's Day. So we have Therese Beauchamp, manager of the Carrion Center Women's Cardiac Awareness Center at Aurora St. Luke's, and Rose Brandemill, Heart Disease Support Group leader, and they both join us this afternoon. Rose and Therese, thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
So when we talk about heart disease, what are we talking about?
Well, we're talking about heart disease being the #1 killer for women. 1 in 3 women will die from heart disease.
Wow, and so you provide something that kind of helps people get through this.
Yes, we do. The diagnosis of a cardiac event many times leads women to feeling overwhelmed and anxious. And if those emotions are not responded to, it can interfere with the recovery.
So what kind of risk factors are we talking about?
Well, there are several risk factors for heart disease. The ones that are modifiable that you can change to reduce your risk are smoking, diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, inactivity, and obesity.
And so you are a volunteer leader?
Yes, I am.
So what do you do to provide women with that sense of calm as they're going through the recovery?
We haven't begun our support group. It begins March 10th at the Carrion Center. We're the first one in the southeast Wisconsin. We will provide emotional support, education, empowerment. I went to Mayo Clinic to be trained as a women heart champion.
Oh, wow.
And there we were trained to run a support group, how to deal with different matters that come up.
Like, could you give an example of some of the matters women could be faced with?
Well, first of all, we can never give advice. Obviously,
Sure.
that's always their doctor's place to give advice. We want to empower women and educate them so they know that they can be their advocate. They can say, no, that's not the right diagnosis. Many women go undiagnosed.
But you certainly want that support group. You want to talk to someone who maybe has been through it or can help them get through it, because I imagine when you hear about this, you might think it's a death sentence.
Well,
Yeah.
Speak, Rosemary, on it.
Nearly a year ago, I had a heart attack. That was my cardiac event. It is very isolating and very depressing and very overwhelming.
Yeah.
And you know, we do think, and we talk a lot about women and heart disease, and it's the #1 killer, but the good news is that 42 million American women are living with heart disease. So it is not a death sentence.
This is a good time of year because we are talking about Valentine's Day and the heart and all of that. So do you find more people are tuning into it? They
And
can
open to listening to what you have to say?
Oh, absolutely. We had a open house at the Carrion Center last week, which was fabulous. We had people from the hospital, we had patients show up. It was really wonderful.
And where is the Carrion Center?
It's at Aurora St. Luke's Medical Center, 2900 West Oklahoma Avenue.
And is that a place people can drop in?
Drop in, and most of our services are free.
Oh, wow.
And help women reduce the risk for heart disease, identify whether they're at risk for heart disease, and then get support from other women who have heart disease and connect.
And the support group starts when?
March 10th at 6 p.m. It will run every second Thursday of the month from 6 to 7:30 p.m.
Rosemary, Therese, thank you very much for coming in
Thank
and talking about this. Got a question for our experts? Email them at asktheexpert@today'stmj4.com. You can also leave a voicemail. We have the number right there on your screen.